Yo, do I still have people watch this stuff anymore? Yeah, I know. I've been away for a while. Just been dealing with health stuff, and there really hasn't, guys. There really hasn't been much news. So it's hard to do shows when you're grasping at straws to talk about nothing. But with that being said, good morning, degenerates, and welcome to another episode of Boring Crypto, the place where I read you the boring crypto news in the morning, just so you don't have to. And my name is not important. I'm your host, and we're staring at the Bitcoin 10-minute chart. It's going down again. What does it mean? What does it mean? We're going to try and figure it out. But let's get right into it. Per usual, guys, if you do enjoy this content, please smash that like button. Give me a follow if you're on Facebook. Give me a sub if you're on YouTube. Go ahead and share the stream on all your social platforms. Tell your wife, tell your kids. Tell them to come watch the show so we can learn about crypto. Get people trying to make some money out here. Depending on what crypto's doing, which it's been very boring lately, but these are the times you need to be paying attention. That being said, per usual, guys, if you want to get better at trading crypto, want to get better at trading in general, learn to trade traditional market stuff, as well as just learn to become financially savvy and be part of a nice, large community of people trying to do the same thing. Guys, click on the link that's pinned in the comment section. That'll take you to the Pip Connect Discord. That is Andy Peters' Discord, where we're all helping each other make more money. Simple as that. Have a better life, etc., etc. If that sounds like something you might be interested in, again, click on the link. See if it's the right fit for you. If you do have any questions, reach out to Andy or myself. We'll do our best to get those questions answered for you. And outside of that, let's jump right in to the market. Guys, right now, current market cap sitting at 2.93 trillion. Bitcoin dominance still so high. It's so awkwardly high. 63.8%. ETH dominant 7.4%. And 0.54 Goyo get you the e-transaction. Fear and greed, guys, pretty much dead center. 49 sitting at neutral. Yeah, last week we had a little bit of a pump. I gave the early calls out to Discord. If you are part of Discord, you got those early calls. Hopefully you got in some trades and made some money. If you're not part of the Discord, what the shit are you doing with your life? But after that pump, after that breakout, we are having some price retracement, which again, we're going to look at here shortly. But why, Nick? Why are we pulling back? Man, because shit's weird. Trump, I don't know. Trade wars, I don't know. Ukraine, I don't know. Iran, I don't know. Who knows? Anyways, let's go to that top 100, see what the biggest movers are today, and see if we're going to have a red or green market. Right now, Bitcoin down 1.56% from yesterday. We had a little bit of a sell-off last night. Usually, these Sunday dumps have been rivaled by Monday pumps. We shall see if we get that again at traditional market open, because that's kind of what crypto does now. SWE is up 5.69%, sitting in 11th spot. Well done for SWE. What else we got going? Up or down, up or down. Anything looking like a clown? I don't know. I got ones and twos kind of all across the board. FET's down 4.32, 4.26 now today. Virtual's up 4.85%. Form is up 7.88% today. Walrus, no clue what that is. Probably some new. Sounds like some new meme coin. I have to look into it. Up 10.79%. Core up 8.49%. ENS down 7.68%. And Flow bringing in your 100 spot down 1.64% today, guys. That is your top 100. There isn't a lot of movement at all. At least today. There was yesterday. But yeah, let's go to the charts. Bitcoin right at 94K right now. Yeah, this is a 10-minute. I don't really care about this. Let's go to the 4 hour. It's kind of where my head's at right now. show you guys what I gave to Discord, because I know I haven't been doing shows because the news has been literally completely empty. All right, here's what we've been doing. Just to catch up to, here, let's hit the daily real quick first. God, don't look at that. God, what a mess. I'm so sorry, guys. Let's go to Bitcoin, Binance, daily. Let's turn off Pip Connects. That's our new indicators. All right, so for the longest time, and I'm just kind of doing this, guys, because I've been away for a bit. For the longest time, we were watching this downward channel for a breakout. This is the peak. Trump inauguration night, everything, all the things. We're in this downward, descending channel, descending trend. We finally broke out, consolidated, moved sideways. Now let's go to the lower time frames. So this is what we did. We broke out, moved sideways, impulse moved. Now I was telling everybody, don't walk away from crypto yet. Don't walk away, don't walk away, don't walk away. Because here's where the money was made. Double bottom. Rip. See you later, bye. Uh-oh, you're bored again? Well, here we go again. So now, I was hoping, what you're seeing with these circles, is that maybe we'd play this out again. We'd break out, have some small little consolidation, and then another impulse move. So we broke out, went sideways, broke out of that, started doing this again, and then we rolled over. But do not freak out. Do not sell your bags. Do not lose your goddamn mind just yet. Because where are we? We're right back at this consolidation point. It's holding us up fine. All right? The question is, what are we going to do? What's it going to do from here? So let's go back to my other chart. I'm just getting everybody all caught back up because I've been away for a while. So I gave this setup. I gave this up to Discord. And then I gave this up to Discord. We broke out. Look, I'm going to keep going. Unfortunately, we broke out. If you made a scalp here, cool. Then we rolled over. And if I remember correctly, it's because of Trump stuff. Got all the way up to 98. See you later, bye. I was hoping 95 would hold. Again, you guys heard me say this. I'm not going to go short-term bullish, like hardcore short-term bullish again until we hold 95K. We really need to. All this is kind of null and void until we get back above 90K. Or 95K, excuse me, my point. Now, where could we go from here? Well, I got some bad news for you. So this is the 4 hours. This is a new Pip Connect indicator that Andy has designed and put out himself. We have two scenarios in my mind. We have some major support here on the 4 hour, right around this 93K level. But this is a zone. So question is, did touching this zone get us down here and now we can continue back up to the upside, or are we going to come all the way back down to 93 before we go to the upside? I don't know yet. But I like this wick. I like that 94 is looking like strong support. But that's where my head's at. 93 is going to be the bounce, in my opinion, if we continue to break the downside. Now, what are we doing right here on the 4 hour? Well, if you guys are looking for short trades, we're developing a downwards trend. Okay, so where's the impulse move going to come from, right? You guys hear me talk about this all the time. You're waiting for a break of this downward trend to give you an impulse move back to the upside. Watch your zones, watch your levels, watch your trends. That's it. Shorter time frames. There we go. Now we're getting some connecting. Wait for a third. This 2 hours looking good, though. 2 hours looking like this is what we're going to be holding. I'm liking that. But that's it, guys. That's how this stuff works. Price go up, price go down. Do not try and overcomplicate this stuff. And it's something if you've been watching me for a while, it's something you've heard me talk about. that I'm trying to get better and better at simplifying how I watch price action. Yes, I got a lot of shit on my screen, but that's not even what I'm looking at. I don't know. I'm used to looking at busy ass screens, so it just doesn't bother me. But I'm simply looking at a downwards trend, zones and entry points, trends to break, and impulse moves to whatever direction the trend breaks. That's it. US 30, we're going to look at it real quick before we go on to the news. This is what I've been looking at for a little over a week now. 10 days, 11 days. I've been showing you guys this. This is what I'm seeing. Yes, we had a fake out here, but this is an ascending channel. Usually ascending channels, look, ascending channels break to the downside. But this is what we're looking at. So will we play the gap first? I don't know. Well, we have shit. No, I feel okay. Never mind. I know there's a gap up. Yeah. Will we get to the gap before this thing breaks down? I don't know. We'll see. But this is what I'm looking at for US 30. Again, I'm still learning US 30 and how she moves. Don't take this as gospel. Eventually, when I decide to stop being so heavy in crypto, I'm going to move myself over to the traditional stuff. More predictable when I have enough capital, if that makes sense. So that's why I'm trying to learn this stuff. But yeah, I think, if I remember correctly, Andy is playing this. I think he's playing this gap right here. So we shall see. This little guy right here. This little guy. This little guy right here. Outside of that, what do we have going on later this week for news? PMI. Oh, here we go. Wednesday. If you guys want volatility, it's going to come. May 7th, 2:30, Fed interest rate decision. Fed press conference. Jerome Powell is going to tell us if we are going to get an interest rate cut. If we get it, expect money to flow. Outside of that, though, while he talks, expect volatility. Get yourself some scalps, some swings, if that's what you're into. Just play it smart, guys. Understand your risk to reward. Have stop losses. Take profits. Have a plan, etc., etc. if you're going to trade news events like this. I mean, if you're going to trade in general, period. But, yeah. So, with that being said, that's all I got for the charts, guys. What's in... Yeah, oof, everything's down again. XRP holding that. XRP is like $2.10 to $2.30. It's like where it wants to stay. What's ETH looking like? I haven't looked at ETH. ETH is just sideways. Sideways as shit. Still looking pretty strong, though. It's not bad. All right. I'm probably not going to read a bunch of this stuff, but it's just things to look at, things to keep on your radar. Bitcoin dominance due to collapse at 71%. 5 things to know in Bitcoin this week. Did Bitcoin get to 71%? Not on anything I'm looking at. God, I hope it doesn't get to 70%. 71% Bitcoin means like we have no alt market. Like there's no alt market at all. But I just want to see what this is about. Bitcoin braces for the Fed interest rate decision with Bitcoin price support in focus, along with the final innings of Bitcoin's relentless dominance surge. Hopefully. Look, guys, if we want our alts to run, that dominance has to come down. What does that mean, Nick? Why? Why does it have to come down? Well, it means that money has to flow out of Bitcoin and into the alt market, into the altcoins. Or we don't get anything. We don't get our alts to run. That's why. Bitcoin dominance just means that all the money in the market how or the money in the market where it's at, dominance period, right? So if Bitcoin's controlling 71% of the market liquidity, it's there's no alt market. Bitcoin starts the first full week of May with yearly open support in focus ahead of a key U.S. economic policy decision. This is interest rates. This is what we've been talking about. Bitcoin joined 65% first time in over 4 years, but analysts think its days are numbered. Bitcoin FOMO is still waiting in the wings as sentiment flips positive. Now, here, side note too. Just because dominance in Bitcoin goes down does not mean the price of Bitcoin is going to go down. Just keep that in the back of your head. Boop, boop, doo. Liquidation points. This data from monitoring reference CoinGlass shows the largest nearby cluster of Ask Liquidity is 96,420. How old is this article? 3 hours ago? 5 hours ago? Okay, so it's pretty recent. Okay, that's recent data. Trader Crypto Nuevo outlined a potential short-term bull case in his latest outlook on X. In the case of long triggers, I like to see two setups, either a new local high at 98K, where we can see some LTF liquidations after a reclaim of the previous range highs, upper yellow line, or from much lower from the 1 day 50 EMA retest if it's successful, he wrote. So he wants to see this price action touch this EMA right here is what he's saying. The weekly. Weekly looks bullish. I don't know if I look at Bitcoin and stuff on the weekly though. Anyway, anything FOMC week puts spotlight on the Fed. This is what we were talking about earlier. In contrast to last week, the coming days are dominated by one macroeconomic event, in particular, the Federal Reserve decision on interest rates. The May 7th meeting of the Federal Open Market Committee, the FOMC, is closely watched by crypto traders and beyond. The circumstances surrounding the meeting are unusual. The Fed remains hawkish on the economy, seeking to hold rates steady in the face of rising economic risks and talk of recession. The ongoing U.S. trade war has added to concerns that inflationary pressures may return, bolstering the Fed's stance. Despite this, U.S. President Donald Trump has been vocal about the need for rates to come down, personally singling out Fed Chairman Jerome Powell on social media on several occasions. What happens at the meeting will clearly signal what traders can expect further into the year. Yes, I agree, but what will it be? Yeah. Anyway, that's it. That's what we got. All right. So, in case you guys didn't catch it, Bitcoin Strategic Reserve Bill passed the House in Arizona, passed the Senate, and then that winner, Katie Hobbs, decided to say, no Bitcoin for you. Arizona governor vetoes bill to make Bitcoin part of the state reserves. Arizona's plan to invest in Bitcoin has ended in a veto, with Governor Katie Hobbs citing concerns over using public funds for untested assets. I don't like Katie Hobbs. I'm not a fan of her. I don't trust her. I think she's completely bought and paid for. That's my opinion. Do your own research. So this does not surprise me. Arizona Governor Katie Hobbs, also though, take this with a grain of salt because I don't know anything. The bill might be shit for all I know. I'm just being a permabull and going Bitcoin in my head. Arizona Governor Katie Hobbs has voted a bill that would have allowed the state to hold Bitcoin as part of its official reserve, effectively ending its efforts to make Arizona the first U.S. state to adopt such a policy. A digital Assets Strategic Reserve Bill, which would have permitted Arizona to invest seized funds into Bitcoin and created a reserve managed by state officials, was formally struck down on Friday, according to an update on the Arizona State Legislature website. Quote unquote, today I vetoed Senate Bill 1025, the Arizona State Retirement System, is one of the strongest in the nation because it makes sound and informed investments, Hobbs wrote in a statement aimed at Warren Peterson, the president of the Arizona Senate. Sorry, guys, I had a hair in my mouth. Arizona's retirement funds are not the place for the state to try untested investments like virtual currency. Virtual. These people. Digital, broad. Get it? Like, these people have no idea what they're talking about. And it just hurts. It hurts my head so much when you see statements like this come out and they just sound like your grandma trying to talk to you about the Macarena when you were like 15. Look, I'm hip. I'm cool. I can do the Macarena. When you're using words like this, it just shows me you haven't even taken the time to understand anything. Any research. Who was it? Maxine Waters. On some panel, not panel, or some hearing a few years back, and she called. First of all, if you believe for a single second that Maxine Waters took any time to do any research on digital currency, not virtual, digital currency, you're a fool. Anyways, Maxine Waters sits up there reading a script that somebody wrote to her and couldn't even get the words right. Called crypto scams, crypto screams. She said screams. Called Bitcoin, Bitcom, and Bitcorn. Now, Nick, are you being harsh because these people just may have flubbed their words? No, I'm not. I'm not. My point, when people can't even get the words out right about what this stuff is and things that you should be naturally flowing off your tongue, it means they haven't taken any time to even deep dive in these things. So when they're making decisions on it, it shows me that they don't even care. They've got someone that's moving papers across their desk going, don't do this, do that, don't do that. They're puppets, and it's frustrating to me. Whatever. There's my rant for the day. Anyways, on April 28th, the bill passed a final vote in the state House when 31 members of the Arizona House voted in favor of the bill, with 25 opposing. Hobbs had previously stated that she would veto any legislation not tied to a bipartisan agreement on disability funding. Blah, 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 blah. Another Bitcoin awaits final vote. A companion bill, SB 1373, which would authorize the state treasurer to allocate up to 10% of Arizona's rainy day fund into digital assets. Digital assets, not virtual. Nerd. Sorry. I said I was done. Like Bitcoin, Bitcom, Bitcorn has not yet reached a final vote. Arizona joined several other states where similar efforts have failed. In recent months, similar proposals in Oklahoma, Montana, South Dakota, and Wyoming have stalled or been withdrawn. The contrast, North Carolina's House passed a Digital Asset Investment Act on April 30th, allowing the state treasurer to invest up to 5% of certain funds in approved cryptocurrencies. The bill has now been moved to the state Senate for consideration. State-level efforts to create Bitcoin reserves, Bitcom, Bitcorn, come amid a push from U.S. President Donald Trump and Republican lawmakers to do the same in the federal government. Trump signed an executive order in March with a proposal for a strategic Bitcoin reserve and a digital asset stockpile. We know this. Moving on. Bitcoiner blasts Arizona governor's ignorance after Bitcoin bill veto. It's not her ignorance. It's by design. I mean, she might be ignorant. I'm not saying I don't know if she is or not, but certain people don't want this for certain reasons. And she's just doing what she's told. Arizona State Senator and Bitcoin advocate Wendy Rogers said Bitcoin doesn't need Arizona. Arizona needs Bitcoin. You think? Bitcoiners and United States government officials have criticized Arizona Governor Katie Hobbs' decision to veto the bill that would have allowed the state to hold Bitcoin as part of its official reserves. This will age poorly. Casa co-founder and crypto and cypherpunk James Lopp said it always does. Guys, it always ages poorly. Bitcoin is designed to do one thing, up and to the right. It has volatility, absolutely, 100%. But it's designed to do one thing. I think Andy posted a screenshot that when you got your 1,500 stimulus check during COVID, if you would have put it into Bitcoin, it's worth like 20K right now. Don't say I didn't tell you so. Don't say he didn't tell you so. Yeah. Anyways, Bitcoin entrepreneur Anthony Pompliano said, imagine the ignorance of a politician to believe they can make investment decisions. Pomp putting it down hard. Call the government officials who understand Bitcoin is the future. If she can't outperform Bitcoin, she must buy it, Pompliano said. Crypto lawyer Andrew Gordon said, we need more elected officials who understand that Bitcoin and crypto are the future. I like this, though. If you can't outperform Bitcoin, you must buy it. Well, yeah, what investments is Katie Hobbs putting this money into that can outperform Bitcoin? Let's hear it, Katie. You don't think Bitcoin is a good investment, so which ones are? Can you put these funds into something that can outperform Bitcoin? Can you show us a track record? Do you have proof? Oh, you don't. Got it. Well done. Anything else worth reading in this? Probably not. On May 2nd, Hobbs vetoed the Arizona Strategic Bitcoin Reserve Act, which would have forbidden Arizona to invest seized funds, so stolen money. Not stolen money, but dirty money that they've taken from crimes into Bitcoin to create a reserve. Why? Why, Katie Hobbs? What are you guys doing with that money? What else are you doing with that money you take from criminal activity? Maybe there's something to look into there. I don't know. Call me a idiot. I have no idea. Anyway, I guess it's just nothing crazy. Maldives to build $9 billion crypto hub to attract investments. I'm assuming Maldives is going to try to become the next UAE. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. While we were supposed to be leading this whole parade of crypto, and now we're dragging our heels again as the United States. Government officials hope to move. Government officials hope the move can attract foreign investment into Maldives, diversify its revenue streams, and alleviate its debt. Yeah, makes sense. Established crypto and fintech hubs already on the scene. Good. Get the crypto going. All right, last but not least, guys, Saylor is signaling he's going to buy more Bitcoin. Saylor signals impending Bitcoin purchase following Q1 earnings call. Strategy co-founder Michael Saylor posted the Bitcoin chart signaling an impending Bitcoin purchase by the company the following day. Cool. Yet Katie Hobbs is telling people to not buy Bitcoin from money that they've seized from illegal activity. Weird. Probably because they want to pocket it. If they put it in Bitcoin, it'll be tracked. Guys, let's go to Bitcoin one last time before I let you go. I like the 2 hour right now. I like this buy zone. I like this bounce. I would like to see us get up here and break out and get back above 95K. Andy again has said that volume is really not started to come into the market till about 10 o'clock-ish. Wait for pre-open, 9:30-ish, 8:30 to 9:30. See if volume floods in. If not, look for 10:30, and see if Bitcoin starts to move inside of that. Yep, that's it, guys. That's all I've got for you this morning. Per usual, if you enjoy the content provided for you here in the mornings on Boring Crypto, please smash that like button. Give me a follow if you're on Facebook. Give me a sub if you're on YouTube. Share the stream on all your social platforms, guys. Tell everybody out there, because this stuff's getting ready to go. It might be a few months from now, but look, we went back down to the 60s, 70s. Now we're back up in the 90s. You tell me what's going to happen next. I feel like it's getting ready to go. So I don't want anyone missing out. Outside of that, if you want to get better at this crypto stuff, get better at trading in general, Learn to become financially free, financially savvy, etc., etc. Be part of a community that's all helping each other do that. Guys, click on the link that is pinned in the comment section. That'll take you to the Pip Connect Discord. That is Andy Peters' Discord that he handles personally on his own time. I'm trying to think of anything funny else to say, but I'm just running out of words. Anyways, guys, if that sounds like something that you might be interested in, go ahead and click on the link. If you have any questions, reach out to myself or Andy. We'll do our best to get those questions answered for you. And outside of that, guys, I'm going to do my best to try and see you bright and early in the morning. But if the news is just not there, there is a possibility I might not be here. We'll see. See how it goes. I'm hoping something happens today that we can talk about tomorrow. I'm playing right now. Yeah. All right, guys. That's all I've got for you this morning. I am out of here.